think we're good. Gotta remember to turn that mic on. Alright, that should be good. Bear with me, guys. I gotta get these rods out there. Everything's rigged up. So I put some pack bait on. Over here. This place has no shade. Gotta watch I gotta watch my pack bait so it doesn't get all nasty. Let's see, the plan is, and I'll check the comments in a few minutes, but the plan is to fish here till about 2 o'clock. Oh, thank you. The wind is coming this direction. I thought I got it wrong. It's been blowing out from here. I was like, oh no. So I wanted to pick the wind blowing side. Get that going. We got our boilies. They're on the thing already. We don't need those. Got a cord in here. We don't need any of this right now, thank you. Just make sure got everything in order. This place is pretty cool. It's clean, but it's just like zero cover. Corn out here. I'm probably gonna bait the water because the wind's blowing right into a cove that you can't see behind the camera. Somebody else across there doing some probably like catfishing or something. All right, this is the only one I do have to rig up because I wanted to put a little corn on this one. This is my finesse. I had to re-spool the whole thing. Did a lot of tweaking. I'll be checking the comments or the chat in a few minutes, guys. I got my iPad. Probably should take it out of the sun now, unless we're gonna run into the same issue I had yesterday. So I was here. I'll be on the chat soon, but I was here a week ago scouting for signal at places that I thought would have carp, and I caught a big carp, but it popped off right here because I didn't at the time properly know how to net a carp or fight a carp. I would say if I had let it run a little more, it would have tired itself out. I panicked trying to get in the net and it got off, but it was huge. So where did I put? Okay, thank you, God. I brought my spiky thing and my baiting needle. So this guy I'm just gonna put some corn on, and the other ones I already have rigged up. I got one with the corn boilie. I can't remember what I caught. I should have taken a note on that. But the other thing I have is a squid boilie, and there's 2 reasons why. Because the carp will probably eat that, or the carp will eat that, but also there's catfish in here. So that might keep us busy if the carp are slow. But yeah, we're probably gonna go, or no, We are going till 2 o'clock today because I got to go somewhere, an appointment. I cannot mess around today. But I'll be on after the appointment too, so somewhere else, closer to my home, just a little further out. I'll be on chat soon if anyone's watching, guys. And if anyone is watching and doesn't mind double tapping, give me a quick like. And like I said yesterday to everyone, or like I said in my description of my YouTube video, that corn is a bust. All my early supporters on here, I know who you are. And I appreciate you guys coming with me through the rough times. I spend a lot of time looking at the good channels, and I'll remember you is what I'm trying to say. I got your backs once I get somewhere with this channel, 100%. One thing about me is I keep my word with stuff like that. I'll be on chat soon if anyone's watching. But yeah, hopefully we get a decent carp here. I think I caught that with corn here last time. Same spot, wind blowing in, kind of same conditions, sunny. Let's see what happens. Ooh, I forgot. I just was replacing a kernel or two. Okay. We're... Wait a minute. I really got to put a video out on this, you guys, but I have been getting home so late and then working on other videos. I just haven't had the time to do a proper one because if I'm going to do that, I want to make sure I do it right. But yeah, we didn't just catch the carp last time. We caught probably like 4 or 5 bullheads and a channel cat. I did. I wasn't streaming at the time or filming even. I was just here to scout good spots. Alright, that's not coming off. I'll give up on that one. The bane, I figured out a little. You gotta really take your time and hold the bait keeper correctly. And I'm gonna eat my words on this one, but it makes it a lot easier to put these bait keepers on these hair rigs. But yeah, I gotta get a video out because a lot of people around this, in the States obviously, have been asking me how to do this rig, which it's called a hair rig, and if you already are good at tying rigs, it's actually really easy to tie yourself. And these, since I didn't know what I was doing a few weeks ago, I ordered these on Amazon, so I'm using them up. But I'm never gonna order them again because some 15-pound test braid, you could just do it yourself. Alright, this one is going to go right on the outside of this little cove right here. I don't want to put pack bait or nothing on this one. Nothing. Just keep it simple. I think the one I caught the other day was actually over in the middle of that waterfall, as always, right? At these places, they always like to be in those waterfalls. The wind is blowing right into this. I don't know what you would call it. It's like a drain coming out. I don't know if it continues that way with something, but it's like a creek draining in through a pipe. And it's got a nice little gully going on. Alright, so the other ones should be easy to get out real quick. Just gotta pack them up. And I'm gonna put, since we're going for cats too, on my other one with the squid, I'm actually gonna put a little fish scent on that too, just to spice it up, the scent a little bit. I think we did get a turtle last time we were here. And when I say that, I'm never saying it's like it's a good thing. Not a fan of catching turtles. All right, pack bait today. I'll be on chat in a second, you guys. I gotta get this done real quick. Is pack bait today: vanilla extract, oats, breadcrumbs, cream corn. I like the consistency today. It's not too wet, not too dry. It doesn't matter. If you're just doing this to start off, though, I've learned something. You don't need to be too anal about it. You could just, you know, I'm gonna pack the other one so I don't gotta wash my hands twice. But yeah, it's really a lot of these things. It's like, what can I compare it to? I don't know. Well, I would say a spinnerbait in bass fishing. Like, you could reel it straight in through the water column and you're gonna catch fish. But if you learn how to bump that thing into branches on trees and logs and rocks to get a reaction strike, you're gonna get a lot more fish, because that's what the bait was meant to do. I don't know if that's a good analogy. But I'll be on chat in a second. These two are just about ready to toss out. Watching that one. I think this dude's got some sick cat setups. You can't see him, and I'm not gonna put the camera on him because I'm not that type of person. But he does have two things going for him. He must fish here a lot because he's got the nice shady spot right there. And he's got some sick cat rods set up. You could tell he's like a big catfish guy. Or carp, maybe. He might be going for carp, actually. Might be going for both, like me. I'll be on chat in a second, you guys. If anyone's joining or in here at all, because I don't know at the moment. I will soon. But if you could just double tap the screen for me to give it a like. And if you're new, we're finally catching some fish over here. So hopefully today's a good day. I'm real new to carp fishing. I'm a bass fisherman who's gotten into this, which is perfect because for streaming, I'm trying to get some shade on my phone over here too. I'm not good with figuring simple things out. I think it's fine right here. No, don't do this to me. Oh, thank you. You close any screen on the iPhone when it's doing this, it could cause chaos. So we're good, I think. Yeah. All right, so let me get these out there. And then I will look at chat, say hi to anyone watching. I see people are I saw on my phone it said 4 people, so that's awesome. So yeah, we're gonna be out here until 2, and then I got a doctor's appointment to get to, and then I'll potentially resume. I don't want to say I'm gonna resume because I don't know that for a fact. What I might, it depends on what I end up doing. I might film something cool, or I might be out there live. Only time will tell. It's the only thing with this fish scent, you put it on there, it's like it's it's all over your fingers. Usually I rub it up and down the braid, but I don't want my bobber stop to slip too much. like an oil slick on there. I'm trying to see, he has his stuff there. I don't want to cross his stuff. I'm gonna just launch this bad boy out there. What I did was I fixed a weight behind my, hold on, let me cast this thing. Are you good with that, bro? Is that good? No. I don't think he's either ignoring me or can't see me. Either way, I don't give a shoot. Bet you he can't cast that far. No, I'm just being a jerk. Alright. Let me flatten this bad boy out a little more because I don't know what he's. That's good. Tank. We're gonna get a tank. And then this guy, send left. Oh, he hooked up with something. That's awesome. Alright, no, he missed it. He'll get another one. Alright. Make sure my drags are all set right. And then I'm gonna be on the chat. Thank you for watching, if anyone's watching still. If you're new watching, please double tap that screen for me. It really helps, if you don't mind. And we caught some fish yesterday somewhere else. But this spot, I had a lot more trouble finding fish there. Sorry, the other rod's turned the other way, but it's whatever. I'll pull it this way if I'm fighting a fish. I like this place for netting because it's real deep along this wall. How long will I put my stuff in the shade so it doesn't get nasty? Alright, my corn definitely. Also, I'm gonna throw a little feed in there. In that area. Something already picking at that one, but it could be a turtle, we'll see. Alright, let me get my iPad going. Make sure this is okay. Can't go too far with the mic. I'm so limited by shit, like this fucking mic. Oh, sorry. I don't want to curse, I'm really sorry. Not trying to do that. Alright. Let's chair a little. I'm on an angle, but I'm trying to actually be in the stream, so. Let's get this going. I think it's just a battery time over here today. And pulling the stream up on my like 1960s iPad. Ooh, cormorant in the waterfall. That's usually a good sign if you ask me. Okay, I don't care about that. Trying to tell me there's a new sign in on my Mac. Just let me watch my stream. All right, we're on stream. Let's see what's going on. What are you fishing for? Roman, what's up, dude? Fishing for carp. But there's also cats in here, so that's a cool thing. But the main target is definitely carp. Paige, what's up, Paige Outdoors? Thank you guys for watching. Sorry for the sorry for missing somebody or both of you. Yeah. I think we'll get them though. But we're gonna stay. What is it? 11. We're gonna stay till like 2. No later than 2:15 because I've got an appointment to get to. I'm very new to streaming, but I'm doing it full time, so come hell or high water, I'm figuring it out. Catch a fish if you do have a great day. It's 7 degrees. Oh, dude, it's so beautiful. Get out there. I hope you can get out there, even this evening, if you can't get out there today. Afternoon, bit further down today. Oh, no, not even a bit further down. I'm like 20-something minutes away at a different pond. But this is like, there's like no cover around here. But I'm at a different spot in South Plainfield, and I was here a couple weeks ago, and I caught 2. I had 1 carp. I'm trying to think, because my mind's all over the place. I've fished so much recently for these things. That's Ann Van. So I caught a big carp, and it popped off. That's right, because I was trying to net it, and at that point, I didn't really have an understanding of letting a carp run when it gets close. I kind of just panicked and tried to get the net, and it flipped out. It's like, it can't, that's, I mean, it's not bad though. Is that just getting up there, or are you guys in a cold front? Oh, you know what? Let me just double check that. Okay, thank you. I have a habit of not setting that drag on this one for some reason. But we'll see. This is definitely a good spot, and it's a good day to be in this spot because the wind's blowing straight against it for the most part. And I mean, like, there's a cormorant fishing around right here behind us. So you can probably see it in the stream when it pops back up. There's a few of them out there, and they're all in this area, so. If we don't get a carp, it would be unfortunate, but I think we'll definitely get catfish no matter what. If I was able to gift, I would, but it won't let me. Well, you don't need to gift. I got to get to 500 subs before they allow me to do that, but I mean, that's so generous of you, man. I was saying before, I don't know if anyone was joining, but Hunter, what's up? Why do you say that? Can you say Hunter, please? Yay, Hunter. But why? Let me see if I was able. But yeah, don't worry about it. I appreciate that big time though. Once I get to 500, it's gonna allow me to do like some memberships and things like that. And we'll get there. And once I do, I was telling people before, I won't forget all the people that have been supporting me since the beginning. Across the pond, Russia, over here, I don't care. Whoever's supported me, it's awesome. That's the coolest thing about this, is like meeting people from everywhere. Let's go. I just got these guys in like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes ago. Corn on that one, corn boilie on the middle one, and this one is squid boilie. How's the fishing? Hello from me. Hey, what's up from Maine? What's up in Maine? Maine, okay. Making sure I read things good. Burke's Outdoors. What's up, dude? I just started, but it should be good. I hope it's good. We'll see. I'm gonna give it till 2 o'clock, and then I've got a and then I've got an appointment. But I'm gonna probably stream after, or I might just film some video or something. I don't know. But what's the biggest fish you've caught? It depends what species. Like striped bass, probably like 20 something. pounds. Like, I don't remember the inches on it because we got something going on, a tug on this one. So we'll see. I might have to throw the iPad down. Like, I forget what I was saying because I saw that. We'll see. This is a good place for carp, though. I know that. It's a very good place for carp. And that's a good sign. They're already tugging away. I like to feel it over here because if the bullhead's on it, sometimes you don't even know on that rod. Let me just make sure that drag's good on this one, too. That scares me sometimes. It's like a 20-pounder grabs it and pulls it in the water. And it was a little tighter than I'd like it, to be honest. Not horrible, but a little tighter than I like it. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, it just started though, so we'll see. Going until 2 o'clock, and then I got an appointment. And that's what I was saying. All the people who supported me, man, I appreciate it so much. Because this is the ugly stage of a channel. Learning the connection, learning how to edit correctly. I've got everything I need. It's a learning curve, and I'm getting it there. Like even now, a week ago, I would not have been able to keep this stream up even right now, based with what I'm doing. At all. I didn't know what a bit rate was. And we're not gonna go into it. Because yesterday I did and everybody left. I like that something's messing with this because it means there's life out there. Took you 2 years. Took you 2 years to figure a lot out. Yeah, dude, that's how it is. With, what kind of fish, if I might ask? Oh, to figure streaming out? Okay, so I'm assuming you're saying streaming. Let me, hold on. Go to your channel real quick. And subscribe. I just subscribed so I could watch later. Dude, thank you so much. Yeah, if anyone has a good channel where they do lives or anything, just leave it in the chat. And what I'll do is if I see it now, and if I see it now or if it's easy enough, I'll do it here. But I will go back through the chat later in my studio. And I'll go in and sub to anyone's channel who's doing stuff like this. Or any fishing related stuff. To be honest, I didn't even think to do that recently, or until recently, like now. Don't forget to leave a comment when you subscribe, or YouTube will take it away. Oh, they will? Okay, then it's really hard on this like 1960s, or like circa 1960s, I'm joking, iPad. It's a really old iPad, and it's hard to see. I gotta get something that is newer quickly, so I can view the chat a little easier, but I promise you, if it did take it off, I'm going to go back through this after my appointment and subscribe to anyone's channel. And I'll double check yours too, because I'm not going to let them do that. We will not let them do that. Sometimes people that are fishing, I notice, they'll like not like when you're out here streaming, but it's like, no, I appreciate that, actually. It helps me, too. It's big time. I take any advice or help I can get. Honestly, I'm learning. I'm new. And it's not easy. So something's tugging at that. I think that's a bullhead tugging at my pack bait. That's what it looks like. It's not on the hook, I know that. Not yet, but we just started. And thanks for watching, Derek. Appreciate it. Just started though. Thank you for subscribing, bro. Yeah, it's we're going to. I know that. Nah, sometimes people don't like when you film at their spots where they'll catch a lot of like catfish or something, but this is in the middle of one of the busiest towns in New Jersey, like dead set in the middle. I do not think, rock on man, I do not think that it's like something that I should worry about because I'm not spot burning some like secret hot spot, you know what I mean? If you're fishing for bass on Kansas, use a bait that is lemon lime green. I will remember that. And I hope to. Like, if I can actually do something cool with this channel, I hope to do a lot of traveling out that way. Arkansas, back down to Texas, where I was born. And most of my family is still from. California, where I spent most of my life. The Delta, that seems like a cool place to fish. I didn't do any bass fishing when I lived there. It was all trout for me. All trout. I don't know why I'm so tired. I actually slept last night. I wanted to get here at like 7, but I woke up at 7. I was up till like, I guess 1 or 2 though. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna, dang, 26 trout. What kind? That's a lot of trout. It's a hell of a lot of trout. Oh, on your live too? That's sick, dude. That's the kind of day you want on a live. I can't wait to check yours out and see what you're up to out there, because that seems really cool. Brookies, that's even cooler. Here, it's pretty much, there are brook trout though, but they're hard to catch. You're probably a pro. And some rainbow trout, yeah. Here, it's like all stockers usually. I mean, I don't know. I stopped trout fishing after I moved, except I did, I went to Pulaski, king salmon or landlocked salmon. See, that's something cool. I figured out that New Jersey stocks landlocked salmon, and some of they're stocked, but whatever. What are you gonna do out here? But that's super cool. Yeah, I gotta check your channel out. They're just picking at that pack bait. I gotta check your channel out for sure. That's sick. Pulaski, yeah, okay, so yeah, that place is awesome. We went in the winter time for steelhead, and it was so cool fly fishing in the middle of a river while there's snow falling all around you. I gotta check this. I think there's probably like a bullhead or something on there. Nah, I moved it in. It's nice here though. It's a good place to get a tan because there's zero shade. Actually, that dude had a good spot over there. You guys can't see. He moved. He's kind of close to us now. Come on, man. Yeah, what's up, Down South Outdoors? Yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna go through and actually subscribe to people's channels, which it just dawned on me to do that today, to be honest with you. I'm slow sometimes. Appreciate everybody watching. We're gonna get one, by the way. It's just a matter of time, I believe. I have that on my video to the trip on the Genesee River. That is sick, dude. Yeah, you're doing some cool stuff. I can't wait to watch. That sounds like adventure of a lifetime, honestly. I wish I had a channel that could live stream. Like, you mean you wish you could live stream, or you wish your channel could live stream. Because you can live stream without being eligible to live stream. You just have to learn how to use software to, I guess you call it, push a RTMP code. It's not hard to learn either. I'm simple and I figured it out pretty quick. So you can do it if that's your issue. Today I am fishing. It's in central New Jersey in a town out South Plainfield. It's like a real, it's not, it reminds me of my town. It's like a real urban. I lived here for a couple of months until, that's a long story, but that I lived here for a couple of months a while back, and I never fished here, but I knew it was here, and I used to see people catching carp out of here sometimes, so I tried it out like a week ago, and just to test the signals out mainly, to see if I could stream from here, and it was awesome because I could, and then I caught a carp, and I got it up here. At that point I didn't know how to like get drag when those things come close, because it looked like it was giving up. And then the second they see the net, they'll take off. So, stream it. Okay, gotcha. As soon as I see the net, and I was just panicked at that point. But today, if I had that issue, I would say, run as much as you want. I'll give you all the drag you need. Because they get tired eventually. Oh, hey, I think you're at my... Oh, is it? This is a cool spot. I like it here because it's like clean. It's you don't get snagged in a bunch of trees, which, you know, there's something to say for trees too. Like, they're nice to look at, but you get the point. It's really good for signal because it's wide open. A lot of people use this park, in my opinion. Every time I come here, a lot of people are here walking, but I rarely see people fishing. Like, only ever like one or two other people. It's a good spot. I like it because it's also really close to my house. Oh, it does. It's popular for like people walking and stuff. I see. Like, even when I get here early, the place is like jammed. Oh my gosh, that could have made for some good content, but I would not have been happy. I'm like sitting on a curve over here, and I leaned left, and I almost went right in the water on the chair. Man, that could have been a good video though. Something's just picking at this one. So I'm gonna give it some patience today, because I really think that this is a prime carp spot today with the wind blowing straight at us like it was the last time I was here. Stick with me for 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna scout something out real quick. I just wanna see. I gotta put the mic here. That's up. Right outside the waterfall on this one. Next cast. This one's in this cove. The next cast is right in that knot. Okay, a little bit. I think I can do it. Not too far. You guys probably couldn't hear a word I just said. I was saying I'm the one carp don't taste good. Is that true? I don't know because I'm not a carp eater. I would never personally try one unless I was in like Poland or Germany or somewhere and it was like a traditional dinner. I wouldn't never be rude. I would definitely try it. But to me, I'm all right going with that. I just like fishing for them and trying to catch trophy. I started like 10 days ago. I think I got to get my scale fixed is what I think. But I believe I probably have a PB somewhere around, I'm going to just be conservative. I think it's 12, but I'm going to say around 9 pounds. And like, it doesn't really matter whether it's 9 or 12 because it's not considered a huge carp either way. So like, I'm trying to get a 20. And between you and I think yesterday we had one on. And if anyone's watching that was watching yesterday, they know I modified one of these hair rigs I bought to shorten the leader, and my knot snapped on the fight. And it was the hardest fighting one I've ever had. I didn't see it though. It stinks. So catfish dude is out of here. And I know it was catfishing because he's using stink bait and stuff. Come on. If it's a bullhead, at least like, let me check this one. I think it might be on there. I don't know. I'm sure some could taste muddy, especially if you're eating them out of a pond like this in the middle of a town. But I'm not a carp eater. I would never eat one. But I'm also gonna say this. My grandmother left me like a bunch of cookbooks that are German, and there are a lot of carp recipes in those things. And then I know Poland, it's a traditional dinner for, I believe, Christmas Eve. If you're eating them, I'd stick to the trout. Yeah, like me and you both did. But like, I'm just saying, if I was at a Polish family's Christmas Eve dinner and they were serving it, I'm definitely gonna eat it. And I'm sure it doesn't taste horrible if it's done right. Do you eat out? I try not to eat out too much. I would say if the only times I eat out is if I'm visiting my family, because they'll usually want to take us out, or if my daughter's over, sometimes I'll take her out to something special, or I get pizza. Do they sell carp in the stores here though? In the United States, they definitely do, but not in your average store. Like if you go to an Asian supermarket, a lot of times they'll have them live in big tanks for you to pick. I've seen them. And then you like pick it and they'll kill it right there. I saw a guy pick one time. The guy killed it, and then he immediately said, "Oh no, I didn't want that one." It was crazy. But no, I'm not somebody who's out here trying to, I don't eat many fish. The only fish in New Jersey that I would actually catch and keep would be like maybe a couple fluke every year because they're delicious. And I cook almost every night of my life. I love to cook. In fact, at one point in my life, that was my goal, was to be a chef, but I don't think I would have been able to handle that kind of stress. But I cook everything from Indian food to I smoke meats. I grow a lot of my own vegetables. Do a lot with that kind of stuff. Looks pretty tough for NJ keepers. Stripers are great too, but you'll get some dirty looks keeping one. Yeah, it's true, but if it's a slot, I mean, who cares? It's no one's business if it's legal. The issue isn't that, honestly. It's the fact that, like, if you go a lot of places, people are just keeping anything they catch. It's illegal here also to keep wild carp or from a fishery. Yeah, there is, I know over there, I know it is. You guys like prize them like crazy, but here it's almost they protect grass carp in a lot of places because they'll put them into water bodies to control, I guess, grass. I don't know. But for like in New Jersey, technically, and I wouldn't do it. That one's bumping now too, so I'm keeping an eye. But technically, I would never do this. But you're supposed to kill grass carp if you catch them because they're very invasive. But there's so many of them, they're not gonna do anything. They're not gonna. Me killing a grass carp's not gonna do anything. Oh, that one had a little pull. We'll see. Standing by, standing by. I have the bolt rig properly set up today too. But I know here it's crazy. You'll see pictures. It's like, it's just such a waste sometimes. You'll see pictures online of people that just leave hundreds of them dead on a shoreline. They'll like shoot them. I think there might be a fish running at us. Hold on. That's real loose. I don't know. Let me just see what's going on here though. Yeah, there's a fish on there. I'm glad I checked. Okay, we got a fish. And it's either a stick of some sort. I don't know, it could be a carp because it doesn't have that bumpy. It's either that or a bullhead. But either way, it's not huge. Oh, it's out there. What the heck? Oh no, that was another carp. This is a bullhead. There's a carp just splashing around right there. Well, we got a bullhead. See, this is why I like these, hold on, let me not get stabbed by this guy. This is why I like these hair rigs, because you always get the fish right in the lip. These guys always require pliers anyway. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Or I'm not gonna say that. I'm not lying. But the bullheads are one of the fish that I have gut hooked, but I've never gut hooked a channel cat on a hair rig. All right, let me get this guy off. Where did I put my pliers? No, I put them somewhere. I remember saying, let me put them here. Oh, there. All right, well, that's a good sign because that means stuff's biting. Slimy son of a guns. All right, that's a bullhead. Oh, he took off like a dart. He did not like that. But I love those hair rigs because I'm not a fan of gut hooking fish. A, you lose your rig, and B, I don't care what. I think most of the time the fish is done. I've been putting for the catfish because that's a squid boilie, and I wanted to just like also get action. So I've been putting some fish scent on that boilie just to add a little added something to the mix over here. And then I'm putting it on the little leader, just soaking it in there. But not the top leader because I've got bobber stops up there and I don't want them to slip. And you put that stuff on your line, it's like an oil slick. It's like Crisco. I'm not even gonna put a bunch of more pack bait on this one because I wanna test something out here. You know what? Let me put some because I'm afraid. Nah, let me just pack that in there. Because watch all that fly off in there and then there's like, but I do want to keep it a little minimal. Let's see if they go for my bait faster, I don't know. Cormorant just chilling in the little cove where this corn rod is. Should probably check that shortly. I saw a little helicopter in, so hopefully it's good. I think it's fine. I also think I should raise this thing a little bit, like that, so I could actually reel my slack in without getting grass. What's this? Classic series. Okay, throw that in the garbage. Like a little more belly in my lineup. I can't see from that angle. There we go. There we go. Well, let's see what's going on in here. Control weight flatfish. It's not a flathead. It's a we do have flatheads. They're fun to catch also, and I'm gonna do that because they're close to my house. But yeah, the catfish are horrible with the silly cord. Turtles too. So you think it's a catfish? That is, yeah, it's a bullhead catfish actually. I believe a black bullhead. Cool. Be right back. I'm just glad we got one thing so far. That's one. I gotta learn. I'm gonna learn that tonight. How to like pin something that says like one bullhead. Or see if I can do an overlay. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I've seen everybody else do it, so it couldn't be that hard. What time is it? What time did I say? Oh yeah, I'm gonna check that corn. Make sure it's on there. Give this a little shade. We're right in the sun. Yeah, let me put that in the shade for a little bit because I feel the heat on it. I gotta solve some issues. Just double check my corn's still on here. I haven't seen this rod move once, so the corn's on there. I'm good. Now that he's gone, I'm gonna go a little more into the cove. That looked good too. No helicopter. Well, maybe a little, but I saw it straighten up. I'm on a snag of some sort. That's good. That looks good right there. The depth is better, I think. I think it's just a bit too shallow in that spot. Just a bit too shallow. I'm gonna sit behind the chair for a second so I can see the chat and not overheat the iPad today. Just check. I have a feeling, let me just check this, because I feel like it's such a heavy rod. There could be a bullhead just chilling on the end of it right now. Let me just double check this one. I don't care. It's been a while. Plus, put more pack bait on, it puts more bait out there. I gotta get one of those little boats, the remote control boats that you throw out there. See, my pack bait. Oh no, I like the consistency. I thought it was too sticky. Oh, there's a carp surfacing right in front of us, so the corn's over there. That's where I threw a bunch of corn too. I'm gonna go. What was this one? This was sweet, okay. I'm like, I gotta remember which one is which over here. I didn't want to reel this one in. I did not want to reel this one in. It's going right back out, I don't care. But what I'm gonna do here is get this one in the waterfall, and then I'm gonna switch the left side. I can definitely cast further than that on the next one, but I think that's a good spot. We'll see. We shall see. This one, I'm gonna reel in, and then I want to switch the spots on those two. Oh man, sometimes I just don't think. I'm glad I checked this one. Something was playing with it out there. Nice. This is the issue with these carp rigs. Every single time I get a hook in me. And that's just the tip, so I'm not, it's not like, but I had the barb all the way the other day and it sucked. It's so sharp. And I'm a klutz. This one is gonna get switched with the middle rod because I want to keep this one a little more in here now that we're seeing them. And I'm gonna keep baiting the water over here with horn. So this guy, that's oats. My pack bait today is oats, cream corn, breadcrumbs, and the vanilla extract. A lot of it, just because it smells so good. Sorry, I don't eat oatmeal a lot, but if I did, I'd add vanilla to it. So then this guy, this rod's at the capacity. I'm just gonna give it a little, because I think they're in here, shallow. I'm gonna throw some corn out there. And then I'll look at the chat again, you guys, if anyone's just joining us and you don't mind double tapping. All we caught was a bullhead so far, but this is a great spot for carp. And we haven't been here too long at all. In fact, I'll tell you how long we've been here right now, because I gotta check the stream health. We have been fishing for, that's gonna cause an issue, hold on. There. You guys might even know, 2 hours, so that's kind of a long time. But I am not good with time, apparently. But we got a bullhead. We're fishing until 2 o'clock. And then I've got an appointment today I gotta get to. Unless they cancel it some miraculous. No, I gotta do that. Gotta do it. I'm gonna get the iPad back, sorry. I'll get used to this. I forget. Okay, not too many food. Turtles are pretty active in there. I'll get snappers. Yeah, dude, that's also an issue sometimes with those big snapping turtles. And I got too big of a heart, so I always like risk my, like, I've already lost a limb. I don't need to lose half my hand with some of those giants, but I hate leaving a hook in an animal. But sometimes you gotta, it's just not worth the risk, so the hook should rust out eventually. But at the canal, it's like usually about mid-season, there's areas where I'll just see a lot of turtles with like jerk baits in their neck. It's like, it's not funny, but, and they'll have like, or I'll see like 60 yards of braid. Like, at least get it in, like, hanging off the turtle. It's like, at least get it close and then cut the line. But yeah, turtles happen. But I'm one of those people who, like, love and hate. I've got a love-hate with turtles because I kind of like turtles because they tell me where the life is. And usually where turtles are, there's going to be fish also, because there's a reason why turtles are there, and it's to eat. How did you lose your limit? No, that is never. I should, like, make some kind of, like, notice that I never. And maybe I'll make a video about it one day. I don't know. That's not a question that ever bothers me. In fact, like, a lot of people that I'm friends with, like, bust on me about it. I'm not a. I don't have a thin skin, but how I lost it about 20 years ago. I was drinking, to be honest with you, and I don't drink today, which is why I'll tell this story, because it changed my life. And I'm not, it doesn't, if you drink, I'm not trying to tell you what I'm saying. I was at, I think I was like 20, and I jumped on the side of a freight train to get a ride into the center of town to get something to eat, and I slipped off the ladder in between the two carts, and my foot hit the track, and it, like, cut off, and I was in shock, and I tried to walk it off. So then I got a bunch of, like, cigarette butts and glass and all this stuff in my cut, or in the. You don't want me to describe what it was. And then yeah, I was in the ambulance, and I was freaking out. I was like, "Am I gonna lose my foot? Am I gonna lose my leg?" And he was like. They were ignoring me, and finally, like, I grabbed the guy, and I was like, and he just looked at me, he was like, "Yes." I was like, "Oh, shoot." And then I went through like 12 amputations over the course of like 2 weeks because I walked it off and got all that stuff in it. So they kept having it. I would have lost a lot less, honestly, but I got it so infected that they had to just keep going. But the thing is, if I'm being honest, I think about a lot of other things more than I ever think about that. So it definitely doesn't hold me back too much. It does cause pain though. Like, if I'm out all day on my feet, like, I'm at some point gonna start having to grit through a little bit, you know what I mean? But I'm not willing to. This rod that you guys can't probably see too well, at least. I can't even see it in my chat. You can see it, so. But it was wiggling, and that's carp zone where they're showing themselves, and there's corn out there. But yeah, I got I'm good now. I am good now. I've never let it hold me back. The only things that sucks is, like, I could snowboard, but, like, I used to snowboard and stuff. But I haven't been able to do that since, because I would have to get, like, some probably expensive custom binding set up and whatnot. And at this point in my life, I really don't give a crap. And also, I don't really go in the water at the beach much, but I never really cared for that anyway. And the reason why is because I'm not embarrassed, but I don't want to take my leg off and, like, walk in front of thousands of people. And it's not that I care what they think about me, but it's just the awkwardness of it is just not going to go away from me. And the benefit of getting in the water at the beach does not outweigh the downside of that for me, because I never cared about going in the beach water. Two, I've been dealing with fish my whole life, like fishing, but also in the aquarium industry for 20 years, 2 decades plus, actually, because I've been working in it since I was a kid. And there's too many things in that ocean I don't trust. Too many things. Too many things. Yeah, the one thing is, like, with carp, I really should have gotten out here earlier, but I needed the sleep. I'm always up at like 3:30 in the morning, and I woke up at 7 today, 6:30. Felt great. I needed that because I haven't slept a lot lately. I've just been up, work, do this, go home, sleep for an hour or two, eat, work, go to sleep at 1 in the morning, wake up at 3. It's crazy. It's how I always do things when I start them. I don't have a shut-off switch. But I need to get one because I'm not a little spring chicken anymore. Unfortunately. What's that song? I love that song. It's a Waylon Jennings song, but I can't think of it right now. Something about scars on my face. Tell the stories of the... I can't think of it. I gotta remember to listen to that on the way home. Love Waylon Jennings. I listen to everything, by the way. Rap, even like country, opera. No joke. I listen. Sometimes I'll just be like driving at like midnight. I'll just be like blasting opera music in my car. Don't know what they're saying, but that thing. Sometimes I've had tears in my. I don't know what they're saying, but that thing can get. Those things get deep. That being said, I probably would never go to an opera. I would if I was in a relationship with a girl or married to somebody who was into it, I'd do it. But I ain't gonna be, you ain't catching me getting tickets my own. But I listen to classical music. I listen to, this is tap, tap, tap. There, come on. It's probably another bullhead, that one. That could be the carp, because that's in the shallows, so. Just want to make sure my drag's good. It's good. Country, rock, everything. Very eclectic. Folk. In fact, I would say folk's loads of women love fishing. I'm female. No, I know. Oh, you're female? Okay, I did not know that, and I'm glad you told me that, so I'm sorry, because I should not assume. I say man to everybody, but like, but that's awesome, actually. And my daughter, I got a daughter, 16, and she, I taught her how to fish from a young age. But that being said, she doesn't love it yet. I think when she gets a little older, she'll get back into it with me. But she can cast 100 times better, even a bait caster, a spinning rod, everything better than most guys I know. So 100% girls can fish, women can fish. Everybody can fish. Not a lot everybody can't do, to be honest with you. You just gotta want to do it and do it. Yeah, I never understood why fishing would be considered a male sport, but it's like it's, I guess, probably predominantly male. I would say when I look at my analytics of viewers, they're mostly male. But maybe that's because not enough girls do it. That's why more women like you need to do channels or and stuff like that, or programs and stuff, get them into it, because I don't know about everybody else, but this isn't for me. It's like I'd probably need like anxiety medication and crap if I was not a fisherman, because this is everything for me. Everything I need, my medicine. 50 now, it's definitely becoming, hold on, let's get out of I'm close to 50 now, it's definitely becoming popular. 100%. There's even some like pro female bass fishermen in anglers, I'm gonna say, in the United States now that I watch. And what's his name? I forget. This pro I love, I can't think of who it is, but his daughter's like huge into it, and she's got a big YouTube channel. She's caught way more and bigger bass than I've ever caught in my life. My biggest is a 5.7, I think it was, out of the DNR Canal, South Bound Brook, New Jersey. Flipping a jig under some random tree from the bank. right when I was about to go home. And to us in New Jersey, I don't know if anyone's from down south in the United States, but to us, a 5 or anything over 5 is like a 10 to you guys. So we call it a Florida 10 when we catch a 5. But they're different strains of bass. You got northern strain and you got southern strain. Southern strain can't even live in the northern climates because if it gets cold, their fat solidifies and they die. And you guys have a non-stop growing season down there. Our bass go into slow mode. Let me check something on the camera, make sure that's not overheating. So we're gonna go till 2. Hopefully we'll get one. We'll see. I'm starting to learn from watching a lot of carp videos, just full length stuff, that it's just the name of the game most days. The other thing I was gonna say is the prime, if you believe in like the lunar feeding times, they're saying 12:30 noon to 2:30 is like the prime today. It's one of the majors. And what time is it right now? Let's see. They all saltwater. Let me see. Well, and it's 12 o'clock now, so 30 minutes, and we're in a major feeding time. That's why I started getting more into saltwater fishing. Laugh out loud. Dude, saltwater fishing is the shiznit. I gotta watch. This is making, honestly, this stream is making me a much cleaner speaker. They also, what are only bass we have are sea bass, yeah. But sea bass, ain't nothing wrong with that. We have, what do you call it, blackfish here. Or tautog, I guess you call it, which I believe is a sea bass. And then we got black sea bass, and we got the stripers. Keep my pack bait in the shade. Bear with me, guys. I'm not, I'll be back on the stream. I just want to double check my camera's not overheating. It's funny, I get anxious when I'm on this thing and I'm not talking. Because if you want to watch a peaceful landscape video of somebody fishing, there's channels where you can watch cinematic, 4K, stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I asked AI, I was like, do you have to talk all the time? And they said, no, sometimes it's nice to just give it a 10-minute. But in my opinion, and maybe it's just because I don't have enough people yet that know how it works. If I go even like a couple minutes, everybody's gone, except for the diehards. But people come back too. So let me scout too while I'm at it, because if they're in that cove, there's no reason why I gotta fish here when we can just literally turn the rod all the way to the left. I never threw a corner. Yeah, I never threw corn on there. Did it over here a little bit since it seems like. Yeah, Spruce Run, by the way. Let me get the mic. Oh yeah, bass. Sea bass are always good eating. I love sea bass. There's like a really good Thai restaurant. That's a every once in a while on a special occasion because it's like a French Thai fusion, and I always get the whole fried sea bass, and it comes on a plate, just a whole fish. Delicious, fried with this like sweet chili sauce. Oh man, I could go for that right now. I feel like you fry and put some sweet chili sauce on anything, it's gonna be good. Even these pigeons over here. You got a little kid learning to ride a bike over here. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. He made it up. It's not that he doesn't know how to ride a bike. He's just made it up like his first big hill. He did it like a beast. Yeah, we got a bullhead so far. Hopefully, I don't know, but we're only going till 2, and then we'll see. We should see. I hope the winds start blowing into us again. We shall persevere. Yeah, carp fishing's not always catch them all day. I'm finding out, and sometimes it is, but usually you get a little lull in the midday. You get a burst in the morning and a burst in the evening. So what I'll probably do is, if we don't get anything by 2, I'm gonna go prime time today and just hit that and stay longer than usual. But probably, I'm not here though, that's the only thing. It's not far from my house, but it's further than I want to come back twice in the same day too. This is bumping. It's just, come on, can we get a carp run off here, please? There's a bullhead on there, it's running at us, I think. Or it's a big carp running at us, we'll find that. I doubt it. It's a catfish. It could be a channel though. This one's probably a channel cat. This actually might be better to look at. Check this out. This is old school right here. Just lay back, reel that channel cat in, baby. I need a black coffee in one hand. You could always tell a catfish because they give that tug, tug, tug. Although yesterday, watch, it's a carp. No, it's a decent bullhead. I came off. I'm sorry, guys. It was just a bullhead. If it was a carp, I would never try to bank flip it. But a little guy like that, he'll handle it. If it was a big channel cat, I probably would never do that either. A little channel cat, I definitely would. And I only say that because we're not going to lose a carp if we get a carp. If it's hooked, we're getting it. I'm packing the bait right now. I should show it on camera. So that's one thing I forget, but I'm just putting oats. I have my mix. It's oats, cream corn, vanilla extract, and breadcrumbs. And it's not my mix. I actually am using a mix from this guy's YouTube channel, Outside with Tom. It's a pretty good channel if you guys want to check something else out. He doesn't do live, but he does like full-length carp trips all over the United States. Very mellow guy. All right, this one, I'm gonna really try to get her out. Oh, I don't want to pack bait on there. This is the rod that I'm putting This is our catfish setup, basically, at the moment. I don't know why I would have chosen this one and not the middle, but whatever. So I'm really gonna try to get this bad boy out there without taking the camera with me. Something came off on that. I gotta reel it back in, that sucks. I think the boilie came off. It's alright. It happens. It did not come off. I'm an idiot. The pack bait all came off. So that's... I gotta add a little water to that pack bait. Real quick. I'm gonna leave it after this one. Gotta remove the lid to put water in. And since I'm gonna give that a second, soak in, let me re-rig this thing. You know what? I'm definitely gonna re-rig it because that is falling off. And I'm gonna bring it over there in a second to do just that. Put my iPad in the shade. What we got? Any commentators? Put up a good fight. Yeah. What's up, Daisy? I'm gonna come over there to rebait this and pack it. I'm just gonna get everything ready. Just gotta keep everything out of the sun. That's the one thing with this place is there are no trees surrounding the lake. There are no bushes. It's just wide open. Seawall all around it. I wonder where the bass are. I've not bass fished here, but I would just go around it with a jig and like flip every inch of this seawall. Got a bait stop, got this. I'm gonna get a strawberry boilie. This is a lucky last strawberry. And the pack bait. There was sunshine. Editing that video last night, that song, I heard it a million times. I posted a video of the first catch on stream, but it really wasn't, because there were two catches. That was not the first one, but the first one didn't look as cool, so that was the one that came like 45 minutes after the first one. Same diff. I gotta get a second. Like, I gotta figure out a way to film on something else when I'm streaming when I catch a fish, because the quality is just not gonna be amazing when you're pulling it off of a stream like that I'm running. I've been running in 720 HD, but still doesn't. So there's my baiting needle right there. Whether it's in focus or not, I do not know, but I'm gonna put a video up about this. So I got a strawberry boilie and a fake corn on the bottom. And I like the fake corn personally because I feel like it keeps the boilie on there and in muddy water like this, I feel like it's a little more visible. They float too, but it's not heavy, or this thing's too heavy for it to float. I don't know. I've never used just fake corn. I'm sure there's been fish that have bitten it when I've had it out there and only fake corn's on it because the little bluegills probably get it off. We gotta get a bait stop. I forgot to bring that over there. And then I'll bring these over there too. And I've been getting these off Amazon. Size 6 I like more, but I'm gonna start making my own after I'm out of these because they're easy to make. And these are too long. The leaders, they're supposed to be shorter. There's something I try not to do, and that's lose that little fading needle. So then on the end, you're left with like a little, okay, I got it. You're left with a little loop. And what you do is they give you these little, they look like a U. For anyone who doesn't know, it's called a bait stop, and you put it through that loop. It's not always easy, but for me, it's not easy. So there you go. And then you pull that down. Kind of goes right in there. Last time we were here, last time I was here, a couple weeks ago, exact same conditions, around the same time, and I hauled in a real beautiful big carp, and this place is packed with carp for sure. I don't know how much how well the other fishing is here, but how good it is, but the carp fishing is good for sure. And I want to do the Spruce Run Reservoir trip soon, camping, solo camp and carp. It's cool though. I see a lot of people here fishing for bass. It's the time to fish. If you like to fish for bass, it's a great time to do it. So yeah, now we got this pack bait is around that, and then it's called a bolt rig. So you don't want, when they bite it, you want them that weight to set the hook. So you don't want that to slide, but you also don't want it to not slide if it needs to slide. So you got to put something like some bobber stops on there. Or you could do a swivel, but then you risk breaking off and having a fish running around with a huge weight attached to it. I should have brought my bass rod and just tried the sides next time. Alright, pack bait's a little stickier. I really want to try to launch this thing out there. If I can. We'll see. We shall see. I launched it all right. It's nowhere near the waterfall, but it's okay. Doesn't look like a bad spot. Maybe there's less, we'll give that 30 minutes. Sometimes those are the kind of casts that you didn't want to make, but end up being the money cast. So we'll see. It's still out there in new territory. We'll see. We will see. Let me go. All right. Can you please buy a rod and reel? It doesn't have to be expensive. Beautiful spot. Yo, Peer Coops, what's up? What up? Thank you for watching. I'm in New Jersey, Daisy, and sorry, I just got the iPad back in my hand. And I'm trying to get carp. It's a good spot to get carp, but I gotta stop at 2 o'clock and then go to an appointment. And then I'm thinking just, if we don't smash them here during this stream, then I'm thinking I'm gonna start back at our usual spot, but at like 5, like right at prime time. Okay, we got some ish. We got a tug on the rod. I would like to see a tug on, but it looks like a cat. Oh, it looks like a cat. It's just, that's not a carp runoff. But whatever, it's still fun. It's not our carp. Sorry, it's hard to. I'm trying to keep them out of that other line. It's definitely a bullhead again. Yeah, little bullhead. It's a fat bullhead. My corn's still on there. Look at the difference between yesterday and today. With the hold on, let me get this hook out. Where's the tweezer? Or the. Gotta remember where I'm putting my pliers. The lip hook again. It's not what we're here for, but at least it's something, right? Let's see. Let me do this and not try to film it and actually get the hook out. I'm not trying to exploit the fish. Come on, buddy. Get out of there. He really got in that jaw good. I might bend my hook out doing this. It's in his teeth. Open up, bro. He's like, oh my gosh, he's got that mouth clamped. He won't let me get it out. There. He won't open his mouth. No matter how hard you try, he wouldn't. There he goes. But yeah, he's a good little guy. If I liked catching bullheads, it'd be a good one. Fatty. Sail away. Oh. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified to see the. Every now and then I'm around, and I need you now tonight. I freaking need you more than ever. Carp. I'm gonna recorn. Man, that salted corn stays on that line way better than just right out of the can. What do you mean, can I buy a rod and reel? I don't understand. Probably not, to be honest with you. And I'm not trying to be a jerk, but A, I don't got that kind of money. And B, no. But maybe, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. If it's a... I don't have money there at the moment. It all goes to bills. Any extra I had, I'm putting into this. Alright. This is the bane of my existence. Sometimes I'll be over there again. It's these this hair rig bait stops get stuck on there. I don't want to cut it off because then you. There, come on, there we go, got it. corn over there. Baiting needle. So this one I always do one. I'm not a pro, obviously. I haven't been doing this long, but so far I'm saying I've always done one with no pack bait. Usually just something plain like corn or like a little boilie. Subtle presentation, I guess you'd say. And honestly, usually it tends to be the one that wins. This rod's going again. It's just not carp, though, that's the issue. Well, it could be playing around with it, but you know a carp when that reel starts screaming.
We're only like 40 minutes away now.
Okay, corn. Close that door on there. It's one thing sometimes I'll forget to do, and then it tears all the corn up. Bait stop. There's some more corn out there. We can't keep the carp and get the carp in this area. Come on. They've been showing themselves every once in a while, so I have a feeling they're just chilling, waiting to grab one of our rigs over here. No. Alright. The old bait stop. The dreaded bait stop. The bane of my existence. I'm going to invent something better. There's got to be a better way to do this. People are more likely to do something if it's efficient and easy. Or maybe it's just cheap bait stops, because those are the only ones I've ever used. So I can't even get the freaking corn all the way onto it. Can't win. But I don't care, I have patience, so I'm gonna let this. I think after this one, I might switch that rig, because the loop on it's getting all gnarly and hard to. That's why I can't get the bait stuff off of it. It's getting hard to I'm not going through a loop, I'm going through a million little threads, so it's getting tangled. Try to open it up a little bit. Caught three bullheads, I guess, but it's cool. I'm glad we catch something. It's just not the something we wanted to get so far. But I do feel optimistic about this place right now. And I'm talking this way because I got a bait stop in my teeth. think I could fit 5 on this. All right. All right, bait stop out of my teeth. Anyone joining? We're going till 2 o'clock. We're going for carp. We're catching bullheads so far. I'm not by the iPad. When you guys see me away from or doing anything else, it's because I can't bring the iPad over there without risking that old thing. There. All right, let's get this in there. I give it some shade when I'm over here, or else the thing shuts down so quick. Although now we just got a nice overcast, and that's nice. Just a light, real shallow. Right where we're baiting all that corn. Feels good. Okay, good. Stream is excellent health. The only reason my stream cut out yesterday is because this stupid Bluetooth microphone, when it shuts off, like it ran out of battery, and after 5 hours, and I didn't realize, and the stream went off. And then later in the night, around like 7:30, I'm really sorry it just cut off, but again, I know what happened now. It's my mobile router's battery. It was no more. It zeroed out. So, easy fixes. Easy fixes. I just gotta make sure around, like, I could do one of two things. I could put like the receiver hardwired to my phone, which I don't really feel like doing because that's more stuff I gotta carry. Or I could just remember after 4 hours to plug a battery into this thing for about like 10-15 minutes. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I want to learn. Apparently, I could take the second mic and put it like, and there's some like calming sounds. All right, let's see what the comments are saying over here. Yo, Sushi! I love that name, bro. Sorry, I can't help it when I see it. I just say it like that. We caught like 3 bullheads, but no carp yet. But we're only staying in here for another hour and 20 minutes, plus give or take 10. And then I gotta go to an appointment. But then I'm gonna resume at our usual spot, but around like prime time, like 5 o'clock. I think we'll hammer them. Or I might not, but it's dependent on a couple things, and I'll post if I'm not going to, but then it's my daughter, because I have my daughter today through Sunday, but she's at that age now where she has friends to go out with, so I've got to accept it. So I'm probably going to be a free man to fish, although no offense to you guys, I love you, but I'd rather be hanging out with my daughter. But she got to live her life, and she's a good kid. So let me see what we got. Hi, Sushi, not yet, a couple was. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try and fish for some carp and live stream. Yo, dude, do it for sure, bro. Do it. What bait do you think I should use? Corn. I think corn's the best. But if you could get it, it'll sit. All right, canned corn. It's cheap, first of all, so you could definitely get that. And it works. But I highly recommend if you have like any kind of like a feed for like farm animals or like a any stores that sell like animal feed or Tractor Supplies usually have it, or like Walmart if you live near like a big hunting area, they'll have feed corn, and get that and boil it because that stays on your hook a lot better. And the garbage fish can't really, I don't like saying garbage fish, the bluegills and stuff can't really get it off as easily. Bread's great, but I think here's my understanding: pellets and PVA maggots. So that, by the way, is exactly my next step. I'm definitely going. When I say Lowe's, is that like the right way to say it, or could you help me pronounce it, or I'll just Lowe's Mart? Because I want to know what when I see you some say, but like pellets and PVA, yeah, that's my next thing is the PVA bag. But I do think corn's the best thing to start. But I highly recommend just go on Amazon and get some cheap hair rigs. I showed them already, dude, but I should just put a post or something. But I don't know if YouTube, it's not like I make money, so I don't think they care if I'm showing brands. But these on Amazon to get you started. Or if you're really good at tying your own stuff already, just go online and look up how to tie a knotless knot and a hair rig, and it's easy. And I do think bread is great, but I also think that correct me if I'm wrong to anyone who actually knows what they're talking about, but I think that the carp have to be kind of like a summer day, maybe like where they're all at the surface eating, or like when the mulberries are dropping because they like to eat mulberries. So like you could put like a purple little like top water kind of berry looking thing or a mulberry on it. Toss them around mulberry bushes. I just think bread is dependent, I believe. I think corn is more. I think more situations they're going to eat corn than they will bread. And like I think the other day when I saw. Oh, yeah, the meat and pepper. You were saying that yesterday, and I looked into it, and I'm going to do that also. I'm going to try that. I caught a fish, like right as we were talking about that. What's it called? That one day when I was fishing over in Middlesex, like the place we were at yesterday, but not the day before that, but the day before that. So whatever day that was, the fish were all docile, but there were like 100 of them close by, and they were right on the surface. I think that could have been a good day to try bread. And the crazy thing is, I had it with me, but I didn't do it. I had it with me, but I didn't do it. So yeah, we had a few bullheads. Just hoping a big carp runs off soon with one of these. The one thing I don't love is that I don't have anything in the fountain right now. You mean in like terms of like what town? Or do you mean in terms of like what state or country? Because New Jersey, United States. I didn't know that there were carp in my pond today until I went and saw some huge carp and they were jumping. Yeah, and I bet you nobody goes for them because it's the United States. So go get them, man. But what I do recommend highly is bring a net. If you got a yoga mat, it really would help. You don't think you need it until like you start catching them, and then you realize why you use a mat for carp. They thrash around everywhere. It'll help you out a lot. And when it gets close by, let them loosen your drag. If it's a good carp, loosen the drag when it gets close by. These are just lessons I've learned so far. Let it run if it needs to run. Especially when it sees your net, it's going to usually try to bolt off again, even if you think they're done. For surface fishing with float. Lorraine, okay. Lorraine. Nice. Where are we? Okay, we got that. I tend to use for surface fishing with float. When you say that, are you saying bread or sausage? Because now I'm confused. I think bread, you mean. I did not look into float fishing last night because I fell asleep. Give it a couple minutes and then I'm gonna try to get one in the water. The fountain. I'm gonna move the middle one that way. The place is loaded with carp, and I'll tell you another way I know that, because nowadays you have fish brain, and I went on there, and I think it was like 85 catches, which is like crazy, because even places that I know are good for carp usually only have like maybe like 2 or 3 carp catches on fish brain. So when you see that, it's usually you got a overshare or a bunch of people that fish there for carp. And this place is on that list. The downside to this place for me, it's not that big of a deal. I can hold it, but I drink like a pot of coffee at least in the morning, and a lot of water, and there's nowhere close where you can just run to a bush. It's bread, that's what I thought you were gonna say. Only issue, oh yeah, I can see that being an issue for sure around here, especially because everybody feeds the geese around here. Everybody feeds geese. Oh, that could be a carp, but I don't, it could be a carp actually. Nah, it feels like a cat again. Dang it. Ow. I shouldn't say dang it, because it's good that we're catching it. It's like a... I'd rather catch something than nothing, you know what I mean? PB of the day. Chunky. Chunky. Eating all that corn out there that we're putting out. Look at this thing. Look at that. Ugh. It's pooping. Don't do it on me. I gotta get him behind this. He wants to stick me so bad. That's good I'm not getting the bullheads in the gut today, because that's one that I usually do. I'm trying not to get his feeler off there. Alright, good. Look at that belly. He's almost got his... He had his little spine. Just the tip in me almost got a sting. Look how chunky this thing is. Look at that. Eating everything out there. Look at that belly. Ugh, we don't want you. Go tell the carp to show up, bro. Stop getting you guys. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That's what 5 bullheads. See, bullheads are cool, but that's why I keep trying to get good service, and I can't. But at this other place, it's just not gonna happen. But because like, the catfish will always keep you busy when you're not catching the carp, but the catfish at that other place are huge channel cats. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Man, that guy must have eaten every bit of corn I put out there. That's crazy. The wind direction just goes one way and then the other today. find the prime of the corns. I like to pick and choose the ones that look like they got the hardest surface. That's what I did with mine. This is canned corn, but I would get that feed corn. But what I did to harden mine up is put salt in it, which apparently is also what you do when you use corn in PVA bags, because it doesn't melt the bag before you get it out there. I think a PVA bag stuffed with corn and the hook bait in there with the corn, I don't think the carp here would see it coming. Probably the catfish either, though. I'm trying to figure out when you do the knotless knot on your own. Like I've been making some of my own rigs, but trying to figure out how you ensure that your hook bait stays, or your string stays behind the hook like that, because most of the pre-rig stuff I see online and the ones I buy have a little like plastic almost keeper thing that kind of uses pressure to keep it up there, and then you got to adjust it constantly, which is fine. I don't care about that. Thought I had a corn on my mouth. Come on, get through the loop. Got it. So I always like to get the fake corn down first, because that's the hard one to get down to that stopper. And then I'll pull my real corns down carefully, because you don't want those to rip. And always, before you even do anything, I have learned this lesson. Put your little baiting needle back where it goes, or you will lose them nonstop. I want to actually, since this is so lightweight, I almost feel like, just trying to be logical, like I feel like they do need to run a little bit with it to get some extra momentum when that weight hits them. I could be completely wrong on that. That's how you learn though, right? Trial, error, and listening to other people. Mistakes. And that's coming right back in, because just like when I make a bad cast, like a flipping at a bush jig when I'm bass fishing, it's not worth wasting your time when you know you didn't make the cast you wanted to make. I reel it right back in there. Yeah. It's for me. My opinions. Well, what the hell do I know? Not much. Where the heck did I put my iPad? Oh, right in the sun. Great. Did it go into thermal? Yep, it went into thermal, guys. Let me let it cool down in the shade, and then I can see your chat, or the chat again. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can see it on my phone today. Let's see what I can see. Especially dog skis. Yep, there's a bathroom by the gazebo. Yeah, I know, but I'm on the other end. I always forget to park next to it when I first get here, too. and then I always have to walk with all my stuff to the gazebo and then all the way back, because the last 2 times I've been fishing in this spot. Carp are fun to catch, but catfish good at eating. Agreed. When I go down to like Texas, I do to like visit people. I do like some fried catfish, but I like blue cats or whatever they catch. I don't like catching it, because last time I did it was trout, and I mean I must have caught my limit a few days in a row, and it just got tiring, like gutting them, cleaning them every day, and then like at least 3 of them are honestly still in my freezer, so I'm not doing that again. That was like 2 years ago. But if the thing is, if people eat fish, it's awesome, because like, do dry corn a bit of PVA melts quick. Dry corn, okay, I gotcha. Dry corn a bit or PVA melts. Cool. I'm on my phone now, and it's very tiny seeing the dry corn, gotcha. I heard if you like, so that's not correct, like, cause I keep reading like, oh, salt your corn first, like boil it and then salt it, and that it won't melt the PVA, but I've never used it, and you have, so you would actually know. People like to say a lot of things online. I gotta sit over here to see the chat right now, you guys. Not on cam, but I'm not sure how much that matters at the moment. Ay. All right, at 1 o'clock, 2 minutes, I'm gonna switch that left one with the middle, and then move the middle to out in the water fountain, I think. Or you know what? I'm gonna take the stick that I can get into the water fountain and cast it into the water fountain, and then recast the middle. That's the plan. At 1 o'clock. When does hey Lorraine, when does carp fishing, like, when would you say is like the best season for carp fishing in terms of like numbers, by the way? I'm curious. I think for like bass, it's size is gonna be your pre-spawn months, like where it's here, I would say like March, April, and then spawn obviously, and then numbers, it's more like post spawn in summer, I would say, but they're smaller fish. But I'm interested to know when like prime time for carp is, because I've heard from some people that like while they've spawned a lot in these ponds, that in the rivers they haven't spawned yet. The temperature's just getting close to 70 or something. I don't know. I don't mind even looking on the iPhone. I wish I could just get rid of the iPad and use the iPhone only. The issue is it's got to be connected to this thing over here. And if I move this whole thing over there, then the signal is going to go down, so that ain't going to happen. I can't believe I almost fell in that water. Oh my gosh, that would have been crazy. For anyone that doesn't know, my chair, I was leaning to the left and the whole thing almost took me in. I almost fell right in. The good thing is, honestly, that would have made amazing, like an amazing short. I remember one time I was getting in my kayak on the canal in like a real steep, off a steep bank that I just like kind of dropped my kayak down into. And this guy was like with his family. He was like, "Oh, you kayak here? Is it good?" I was like, "Heck yeah." He's like, I was like sounding like kind of like not. I was nice, but I was just being like, "Oh yeah, dude, it's the best place. It's awesome." And then I went to get in my kayak and I flipped right in the canal. And I had crayfish in my pocket. All right, it's time. This one's going first. Rebait this guy. I don't think we'll have to rebait it. It's just tangled up a little bit. Just repack it. So I guess in the UK, pack bait is not really a big thing. It seems like it's like the go-to thing in the US. But I guess also we can't get a lot of the stuff you guys can get as easily. I'm gonna make sure carp fishing becomes popular over in the United States. Nah, I hope it doesn't, because it's like they're unpressured for the most part. Alright, so this guy is good to go, and then I'm gonna reel the big guy in and put it into the fountain like I intended originally. Intended. Excuse me. These cormorants are literally right in the spot. Move. Keep walking. I had a cormorant get a lure from me one time, and that was not fun. Thank God the hook came out right at the shore. I've had so many cormorants chase things. Those things will go after anything. Cormorant, I don't know how you say it, but we got them all over the place here. We have bald eagles all over the place too in New Jersey. It's pretty cool. Definitely get this one out there. Alright, just gotta repack it. I see some V-wakes in the area. Oh, there's tons of V-wakes over here. I used to pack it out of the bag, and I make a mess everywhere, and bugs get everywhere. I started put it in the bag and pack it. It's the way to do it. Pack this one on tight. Don't want to see it fly off in the air. Another tap on that little rod, which probably a bullhead. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh my God, that's crazy. I knew it would happen eventually. That's why I'm always stepping way to the left when I'm casting, because I'm trying to get in the frame. I wonder if that'll make a good short. Thank God that didn't go in the water, because I got the door open on it for the power. That would have sucked. I knew in my head that's eventually going to happen, so now I got to be extra careful. That could have easily... I didn't see the camera at first. I thought the camera got hooked on into the middle of the water. Oh my gosh. I'm like literally shaking. If the view changed, I'll adjust it in a second. Let me just... We only have a finite amount of time today, 2 o'clock, so let me make sure everything's correct while it's out there. So we got like an hour. Throw this boilie out there. Oh, something's tugging along on this. Drag loose, because that's probably a turtle. You know what? That I think might be a carp on the doing a subtle. Nah, it's a catfish. Dang it. I heard when it's a big carp sometimes that you get a... that sometimes you'll just see your line swirling around out there, so I thought that's what we had going on. Not to get barbed. Is that like 6 or 7 bullheads? Another chunk. It's not what we're going for, but look at that thing. Make sure the stream's still going after all that craziness. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Did anyone see that? Is anyone watching? And if you are, did you see me almost lose my camera? Casting that giant surf casting rod. I'm on the phone, so I can't really see how many people are watching unless I want to maneuver. Caught another bullhead. All day. Bullhead blaster. Bullhead master. If there's a bullhead to be caught, I'm your man. I will catch it. Trained my whole life for these bullheads. Slay them. I gotta check that camera view after I did all that craziness. I can't believe that. I knew in my head. That's why when you guys see me, I'm always kind of standing awkwardly when I cast that thing because it's 9 feet long. And there's probably another catfish on this one before I could get even any of these set. It's 9 feet long, so I always got to stand way to the left, but I'm trying to stay in the frame. And I knew in my head, I said, one day it's gonna happen. And it happened, so time to adjust. It's only a matter of time before that'll happen again if I don't. And I probably won't get so lucky next time. But I could have easily just hooked the whole tripod and all and sent it into the middle of the freaking lake. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I would have done. Probably cry, honestly, and I'm not a crier. But I think I would cry. I'm definitely, anyway, going to scout when I get out of my appointment. I'm going to the same spot we were at yesterday and a couple other juicy spots I know just to see where they are so we can start proper tonight and right in the juice of it. See, I didn't even follow my own rule on that one. And so check out what I'm doing. I'm putting corn in the middle. Because I think the carp here, if I remember, I do think I caught it on corn last time. So, let's see what happens. Lose my corn. This doctor's gonna love my bullhead all over my my shorts. Bullhead slime. I swear it's just bullhead slime. My whole life I'm covered in some kind of substance. All right, let's not knock the camera in this time. I'm gonna actually play this real safe. Ready? I think that looks good. I can't get to that fountain if I'm being honest with you guys. I probably could, but I feel like I would lose the pack bait. I could easily get it if it was just a sinker on the end. You know what I brought? And I want to use it, but I'm not going to use it today because it's too much of a pain in the butt. But I've got like a castable sonar kind of thing that I got a while back and I've never really used it. And it's not to find fish. I want to see when I go to certain places and we're in the grass and whatnot, I want to be able to see where the breaks in the grass are and things like that before I start casting in. Because I feel like that would be very beneficial. Now, can we get that kind of information from it? I haven't used it much, so I don't know. I've not used it enough. I'm gonna try something that I have never, ever tried. And that is a pop-up boilie. So, I'm gonna show, I don't know if Lorraine, if you're watching, or anyone from the UK or the United States that actually knows carp fishing, but I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. And then please tell me if it looks okay to you guys. Probably will keep it this way anyway, because it's how I'm gonna rig it, but just for future. Because I want to start trying some new stuff. I hate when I do that. I forget to put what I need. But I wanted to put a corn, the corn goes on the needle first. If you want the corn on the last, whatever's last goes first. Put this boilie there. Put my corn on. It's kind of like double the float because the corn floats too. I know, like, based on what I've read, like, usually you use this more in, like, real silty bottoms or weedy areas. But from what this guy told me, he said, like, people die here from how silty it is because they'll get out of the local bars and they'll fall in or something. And it's so silty that, I mean, how horrible is that? They can't even get out. Ugh, I don't want to think about that. It freaks me out. The issue is these pop-ups are so small, so I don't like, that's why I haven't really used them. I'm not liking this. I need the smaller baits up on here, I think. I know you should probably keep this a little more subtle looking, but this string with these pre-rigs is so long, and then the pop-ups are so small, which I don't know if that's normal. Maybe their pop-ups are always small, I don't know. But I feel like there's so much string visible. So I'm gonna put 2 corns. Man, next time I go carp fishing, I'm bringing all my rigs. I might even just cut all these hooks off and use these hooks on my own rigs. Not that there's anything wrong with these, they're great, but they're a little long. They're not the way I would like them now that I know more about doing this. Okay, so I got my pop-ups, and then I'm gonna put a split shot. About an inch, maybe an inch up. Screaming at me, don't do that. Nah, it doesn't matter. I'll do this now. And if it's wrong, next time. But I'm gonna show the camera. All right, Lorraine, if you're watching, let me know. So I mean, like, does this work? It's still on a bolt rig though, and then I've got a split shot right there, and then for the hook bait, it's a pop-up with 2 floating corns. And I don't know, it's just, I feel like it's a little pop-up on this big string would just be too much. I don't know. We're gonna try this right here because maybe that'll stop getting some bullheads and catch the eye of the real target. This almost went in the water too, jeez. Whoa. You know what did probably go in the water? Because the cord for this. That's probably what I caught, honestly, now that I think about it. That definitely is what happened. Let's see, do I have enough internal battery right now? I think we're good for the rest of the time we're gonna be here. And you know what? I never did. I'm sorry, guys. I never adjusted this view. Oh man, it really almost took her in. Just loose. Oh man. Thank you, Jesus. I would not have been okay. I would have been okay, obviously. Could be a lot worse. But that would have been a hard one to replace. Oh man, so I did have a couple losses though. I lost the little, I've got another one, so that's fine. The door for the port on the camera too. That you close when it's raining or when you want to put it underwater. Dang. Ah man. Let's see if the iPad's going again. Yep. Alright, I think I got. What would cause an iPad to like go really dark and then light again, and there's nothing I can do about it? It's from like 2000. See how it's sitting? Okay, so let me. Okay, we use ground bait, very similar. Okay, cool. Instead of pack bait, I use a light bobbin to take a bit of slack, tight line. They will notice. Okay, dang it. I fish slack lines. I leave a lot of slack usually when I after I cast it out and bring it in, but I don't know if that's what you mean. It'll work as long as the pop-up is big enough to hold corn. Try at home in a bowl of water. See how it is sitting. All right, we'll see. I hope it. They smell like pure strawberry, and they're bright. I think it would catch a carp's eye and nose. I can't see. The iPad sucks. I hate to say it. It's like I like sitting on the stream. Not that I really care if people look at me or not, but I think it's a little more interactive, more enjoyable. But that iPad, I gotta do something about that. I gotta look at the phone to see this chat. Uh-oh. That looks like another dang catfish running in with a bait. Yep. That's way out there too. Yep, another cat. Same with the one to the right, to be honest. It's real loose too now. Just tighten that. I don't even care. I think he might have gotten off. I was about to say I don't care if he gets off. I hope he does. Yeah, he got off. Good. Get it right back out there. No screwing around. We're not here for the cat. Well, not those catfish. And then I'm gonna probably reel the bullhead that's on that one in. On the pop-up one. It's crazy actually if that's the case. Because that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I gotta test with that corn. It might be like way off the bottom right now. Ah, I forgot. I do have to recorn that. Oh, I think that one's good actually. It's just this one. Wow, There's a carp surfacing right in front of us, you guys. Like, right in front of us. And I've had at least one at all times, like real close to us too. I don't know. They're right up here then. Seen it a few times. Oh yeah, that wind. I love it. It gets everything stirred up. If I lose the corn on this one again and we have time, it's just gonna be a boilie. A corn boilie. My system. I forgot about mine. Had a good system yesterday. I didn't lose any bait stops. Well, I probably lost 1 or 2 bait stops all day. Today, not so lucky. Ooh, the fake corn never made it on there. What the heck? I never put one on. What's going on there? I like the mornings and evenings also because I can see the iPad really well, which is really an easy problem to solve. I just gotta get a new something to view the chat on. It doesn't even have to be expensive. Okay. Some of that, I'm gonna leave it. I think that was just a pack bait. Some of that pack bait flew off of there. Feels good. Let's see what's going on with this. It feels. You know what? I'm gonna test what you said. Let me see, because I could do it right here. There we go. Oh yeah. Looks good. I like the way that looks. Wow, it is so freaking pretty right now. I just looked to the left, especially with sunglasses on. It's sky is so blue with like perfect clouds. Oh man, I like this park. It's not like I'm a real woodsy, naturey guy, but something to be said about a nice little park like this. It's just real clean and manicured. Everybody I met here has been super nice. Yeah, last time I was here, dude was sitting next to me drinking a bottle of vodka. I couldn't get rid of him. So I was hoping he wasn't here today. Let's see, is the stream going? What time is it? We got 30 more minutes, guys, and then we are going to cut it because I got to go to an appointment. If you don't know already, I got to go to an appointment, and plus all we're catching are bullheads right now here, left and right. Just bullhead, 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 bullhead. And I can't do it anymore. But I do have a doctor's appointment. And they're gonna love me because I'm covered in bullhead slime. Also, I lost my USB-C cord in the water. Probably way out there. Could have been way worse. Thank God. So I need a new one of those. And then we're probably, if I'm repeating it to the choir, I'm sorry, but YouTube does not show me who's watching and not watching. I just see the amount of people watching. So we're gonna go to the place we were at yesterday again. Well, I'm gonna scout around a little bit. I'm gonna find the carp. And then I think maybe around like 5 o'clock. And I'm saying maybe, I should not guarantee this, but most likely around like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I'm gonna go live for another 2 hours, but like try to do it right at the time where if they're gonna bite, they're definitely biting. Which I would say is that evening, a couple of hours before sunset. I'm gonna start using the pop-up because like I'm sure it's like everything else, like bass fishing. I always think things don't catch for me until I make sure to lock it in my hand, and then it's like a week later. It's my favorite lure to use. That happened with the jig, skirted jigs, Ned rigs, spinner baits. And sometimes I come off camera because I vape and I'm trying to quit. So I'm not trying to promote that on the camera, by the way, guys. But I do have a nicotine addiction, which I'll tell you right now, it's the worst thing you can do is start that. The younger generations are a lot smarter than us, than mine. But I believe in transparency, and I don't want to always walk off the screen. Come on, carp. Come on, carps. Who doesn't love a park lake? Oh yeah, dude. Chuck's fishing. Anyone who's got a channel, and I was letting people know this earlier, by the way, it's hard to do it out here with my current setup, but later when I'm home, I'm gonna go on studio and I'm gonna subscribe to everybody's channel that is putting content and stuff out. And yeah, I like park lakes too, honestly, because they seem to produce some good carp. Sometimes, though, they could get a bit... I've been to some parks where you quickly realize you're just gonna get annoyed the whole time, and not talking about by like people asking questions or just nice. I'm talking about just drunk people. I've been to some towns where it's just a bunch of drunk people at the park, and I don't feel like dealing with that. Not that they're not nice people also. It's just annoying. I don't feel like hearing somebody's life story when I'm trying to catch a carp. Well, that's not true, but you know what I mean. And if you don't, sorry. This guy's stiffening up on us, but that's another, they run with it, so it's probably catfishing. I think it's a catfish again. We'll see. I wish you'd spit the hook. Alright, there's nothing on it, so that's good. That's what I like to see. He'll follow it over there now. Ugh. It's bullhead day today. This guy's going there. Last time I was here, I pulled that. It was just so big. I wish I knew the size. I wish I had gotten it. I wish I landed it. But wishing doesn't do much, does it? Alright, I'm gonna chill in this chair with the iPad next. For some reason the screen's bright. The screen is bright. Come on. Just one huge runoff from a carp. I'm so sick of these bullheads. They're fun. I mean, I'd rather catch a channel cat because they fight a little bit, but the bullheads, they don't fight at all. That's the issue. They're not fun to catch. They just kind of force you to continuously. It's like a turtle to me. Is he US or UK? Sorry, Chuck, dude. My bad. If you're even still there, bro. I'm the US, and my bad. The second I get I gotta get like a burner phone just to view the chat on, and what I'm gonna do is look like a dork and just wear it on my chest like this at all times so I can just look down while I'm like fishing or doing anything. I don't know when I got this iPad, but I've used it a lot, and it's funny because I can barely see my screen, but it got bright enough for me to see, and I'm still at the last channel. Bullhead catch. What time is it? Oh, okay, thank God. Got 20 more minutes and I gotta start packing it up. That was a good 3-hour try, at least at a place where it's usually pretty likely to catch one, so what are you gonna do? If I had more time, I would 100% be going all the way across, because this is not a big pond. I'd be fishing down by that bridge to see if they're down there, because that looks like a prime location also, but today the time does not call for it. I got another spot on the river right by my house with big common carp and grass carp, but they haven't been in there recently, so I think what I'm going to start doing is going there once a day. Like, before I do anything else, I'm just going to swing over and bait it and keep it hot. Try to keep it hot. It's on adaptive display, maybe brightens dimming. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, I went into accessibility and all that crap and did that, but, like, this, I think, is just because, Like my iPhone over there, I did all that, and that thing's bright as day. But this, it's so old. Like, it's I'm pretty sure I got this in like 2015. So it's more, I think, a matter of I need a new iPad. The screen's all cracked up. The good thing is, if somebody like mugged me, they could have this thing all day. That's the first thing I had to figure out was this. I don't even know what adaptive display means, but I know I had to turn it off. I remember that because I AI'd like, how do I brighten my iPhone? I think Apple puts way too many like restrictions on the things you can and can't do on their stupid phones. Like, why can't I get my if I want to blow my speakers out, it's my choice. Let me blast that. If I want my screen to be using up all my battery life, why can't I do it? It's my choice. I want this thing to glow. I want to see it from space. We'll give it 142. We got 18 more minutes to make magic happen today, which I do think at this time of the day right now, after the evidence that we have, I think one or two things are going on. They're not around us currently, or, which we've seen a few, so that we know they're coming through at least. I don't know, but we're in the wrong spot for today, or they're just not feeding at the moment heavily. Those are my guesses. But you can't always get what you want. See, I just saw one splash, like literally right up against the seawall on that side. A definite carp. So I don't know. That might be the trick, is just go right up on that seawall. Close enough though. I'm like maybe what, like 7 feet off the seawall with the pole on the right. I gotta get these legs tied. They just won't budge. I love this park pond because you don't have all the trees and woods that you usually would have at some of the other parks, but what we do have is like a beautiful view of the sky. How crazy is the sky, man? We just take that for granted a lot of the times. We got some cumulus clouds up there. Let's see, do a bit of margin fishing if deep enough. I would, and I know what margin means now. Thank you. But thanks to you. But I'm saying, I would honestly. You know what? Maybe we got 15 more minutes. That pop up, maybe I'm just gonna flip it right next to the. It is deep enough, by the way. It's pretty deep right over. This whole area is, I would say, like 4 feet deep, even up to the wall. Literally right up to the wall. Let's try it. Watch, that's the ticket. Ooh, another catfish on that one, probably. That could be the ticket. And that was a lot further out than I thought it was, actually. All right. We're going right on the marge. Right on the margin. Oh, I'm in sticks. All right. Yes. You know what? Let's see the depth there. This is how I check. That's about 2 feet. My rod tip told me. We're in the margin. Sprinkle some corn with it. Gotcha. Some corn. Keep it a little, not too much, because I want them. Corn has been sprinkled. The fish in the margin. Water on my iPad. Sprinkle a few bits of corn. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna start just keeping a pop-up on for a little bit until I get comfortable. Well, I don't know. I think when the bolt rig kind of thing fails or isn't producing, I'm gonna start trying other techniques like that pretty quick. I think I get stuck in what was working one day. Like for instance, the corn boilies, I tried them one day and I didn't catch anything. And then yesterday, the corn boilies were the ticket. That was what was catching them. I want to go bass fishing too. I want to do every kind of fishing right now. Just lots of bullheads. I mean, it's good. It means fish are active today, though. So, in my opinion, if I had to guess, I don't think it's so much that the carp aren't eating. I think I'm not either giving them what they want or the carp aren't in the area as heavily as they are in some other area. I chose this area, though, for the same reason I chose it last time. Yeah, I love bass fishing, but my kayak is getting fixed. That's one of the issues. I can't stream from bank. Bass fishing, honestly, I think, in my opinion, you gotta constantly be on the move. And from the bank, it's hard with the tree lines and constantly moving, keeping a good connection. But when I'm in wide open water on a kayak, it's a lot easier to keep a somewhat stable connection. Depending on where. So I'm definitely going to be doing some bass fishing. It's just carp fishing is a lot more conducive to like streaming, I guess, if that's the right word. It just works better because you're in one spot, so I can find like one good spot with really strong signal. And if it's a good spot for the fishing, it's like a double whammy, obviously. So that's the secret. And last time I was here, I was testing signal, and I found this spot was a really good signal. And so I started throwing some bait in the water, some lines in the water, and I hooked up with like a really big carp. And that was like a week ago. But it was earlier in the morning for sure. And now we're out here midday. We only started we started 3 hours ago. So, it is what it is. We got 10 more minutes, and if a carp doesn't run off with it, then I gotta go to my appointment. And then I'm gonna scout around, try to find some carp, and probably... I don't know if I would resume at 5 because that's the worst time to stream with the connection. I'd probably aim more for like 6 if I'm gonna go live again. So, and if I do 6, it'll probably just be like 6 to like 8:30 or something like that, just till I can't see anymore. But I do think that that's a better time to get out and carp fish anyway. I think, I don't know if in the stream you can probably not see, it's too far away, but there's that bridge all the way on that end. And like, honestly, I thought the wind was coming this way today. So when I planned like the spot for the day, I would have been over there, to be honest with you, if I knew the wind was blowing that way. Because I think like the carp are more likely to go where the wind's blowing into, because it'll blow all the food and silt up and release a bunch of stuff they eat. So my bad. But what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Temperature again. This thing sucks. Freaking iPad, man. It sucks. I gotta stop complaining and do something about it. Back to the phone. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Like, real grateful that I got people like consistently watching and stuff. It's awesome. I'm telling you, I will not forget that. Not to say if, when my channel makes it, because I'm not giving up no matter what, but whatever I can do to pay that back, I promise you I'm gonna come up with it and do it. I think also, I guess while we're not catching fish, I want to say, like, I think this is one thing that I did not expect to be so cool about streaming. It's meeting people. Literally, like, I meet people from the UK all the time. I met France, obviously. I got Russia the other day was in here. All over the United States. Super cool, just like being able to just like what the heck. Imagine 50, 60 years ago you said to somebody like, yeah, one day you're gonna be able to just go fishing and just people all over the world will be able to see that on this tiny little screen in their hand anywhere in the world. All they gotta do is click a button and they can see you and talk to you. I mean, this is crazy. It's magic. It just doesn't feel like it because we're used to it. It's crazy. Will it bring us down? We shall see. Remember, I don't know, I know some people do, but does anyone remember like Y2K? Whenever we thought the world was gonna end at midnight, all the computers, clocks weren't set to like dial back or some zeros. I don't know what it was, I forget now. Literally, like, the whole world did not know, legitimately did not know if at midnight every computer system in the world was going to reset. It was a definite potential. Good times, good times. All right, 5 more minutes. I don't count my chickens until they hatch. That's 5 minutes to catch a carp. It happens in the ordinary instant. It always does. Some random time, 101, and Let's say 156 and the only thing that I like just as much as that sound is when you're sitting on a windy day with your rod and a holder and that little whistle that comes through your guides. Whatever, I can't do it, but that's the most peaceful sound in the world. We ain't afraid to go along. Next time I come here, I'm definitely bringing one of my bass rods, just to have something to fiddle around with. I feel like I'd destroy them here. This is the kind of place where if you could find the bottom contour out and figure out where like some random stumps out there are, you're like in the money. Nobody else knows. Just throw a weight around, drag it, find some drop-offs out there. Because what else do you have here? So everybody probably has to target the same stuff. The wall, the bridge, the little creek behind us, the cove to the left. All right, 3 more minutes. Let's catch a carp. Come on. Just one. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to shut the stream down. Yeah, I'm going to reel my other 2 in and then shut it down. We got a nice little couple off in the distance setting up a picnic. It's cute. You don't see that too much anymore. Gentlemen, too. Real gentlemen. I don't know if my chat is like frozen over here on the phone, or if the stream's dead, or no, it's good. But I don't know if the chat's frozen, so if anyone's actually chatting, I don't know. Now that I know, I just noticed that. I think maybe the iPad's not hot anymore. I gotta check now. I'm curious, because I've been, it's still hot. If you are chatting, I'm not seeing it at all. I'll find out in a little bit, though. I'll take a look when I go back in to subscribe to people's fishing channels. All right, 2 on coming in, and then shutting the stream down. That was easy to get. Uno. You know what? I'm actually gonna do this on stream. You guys can see what I'm dealing with over here. This one. Try to get that pack bait off if it's on there. It's fine. That, I don't know if anyone knows, the snapping turtle freaking bit the crap out of that yesterday. I don't see a reason to change it since it's still sliding. But that thing is not easy to bend. It's a big snapping turtle. All right, that's 2 rods. That's 3. Try to get that pack bait out. It's not rotting up my van. It's fine. So that's 3 rods. So if anyone is watching right now, just packing up. We've been out here 3 hours, caught a bunch of bullheads. Not what we came for, but something. And now I'm going to an appointment. And then, probably around 6, I would say. Around 6 o'clock, I'm gonna go start it up again. Somewhere else, though. Hopefully we get into them like yesterday. I don't want to guarantee anything because if something happens, but I should be live again at 6 or around 6-ish. And then I'll be taking the weekend off to spend with my daughter. I'll strap these up. I love these straps. I've had them for years. I don't even remember how I got them. Rods. Oh, I don't like that. That's coming off. All right, backpack. This is where the stream might go down. If it goes down, or if anyone's watching, I just want to say again, thank you so much for watching. I think prime time has yet to hit us for these guys. And I also think, like, there's other spots like the one I've been trying to stream from where it's just good no matter what, but you just gotta find them. Can't stream there, I can't stream there. Nothing I could do about it. Like, all my stuff organized. That smells a little fermented. Should we probably get a buzz off that? Some corn liquor. All right. And this is what sometimes I'll hang my router from if I need to. But it also, I like to fit my chair in here so I don't have to carry two things. There. Work my chair. This thing does not fit a chair, but it works anyway. It does the trick. Got this, and that. The last thing I gotta get is that camera over there. And then that's it. But before I do that, I just want to say one more time, guys, everybody, Lorraine, Sushi, who am I forgetting out there? I just want to say bye. I mean, all you guys, Shankfest. Who we got? I cannot scroll up in the thing, so like Pierre Coops, Daisy. You know I'm forgetting people because I just want to say thank you guys, and I will catch you later. Hope everybody has a really good day. Peace out.